When it comes to tackling illegal immigration, our next guest says the federal government has all the tools it needs, but it isn't necessarily using them. Joining us live from Louisiana, Republican Senator David Vitter, chair of the Senate Border Security and Enforcement First Immigration Caucus. It's a long title. Senator, thanks for joining us. Tell us what it's all about.
Great to be with you, Shannon. Exactly as it sounds, this is a caucus of U.S. senators, about 11, who are very focused on enforcing the law, border security enforcement first, before any other so-called comprehensive solutions, which usually means a big amnesty.
All right, I know that you are concerned about the border, as many Americans are. The Department of Homeland Security says it's more secure now than it has ever been. It points to the upgrade, more than doubling the number of border agents since 2004. Is progress being made? Would you concede that? And, you know, is, in your estimation, that not enough?
I think a lot of progress has been made in terms of giving the Department of Homeland Security money and agents and assets. I think, unfortunately, what they're doing with that is moving right now in the wrong direction. Just this past Thursday, I was with Senator Jeff Sessions and Chuck Grassley, and we were with border security agents and union representatives. And what they had to say from the front line, if you will, was very, very disturbing. Basically, that all the push, all the pressure they're getting from their superiors is basically about who not to arrest, who to let go. That is the big push and the big focus right now.
And I know we've heard from a number of them, different groups representing the agents themselves, some of them saying that they are confused because the administration is sending them mixed messages about securing the border, but as you note, also decisions to let certain folks who are here illegally go.
Right. Yeah, a lot of what these agents talked about was the Administrative Dream Act, if you will. You know, President Obama couldn't pass the Dream Act through Congress, so he just legislated it administratively and said, we're not going to enforce the law against this broad category of persons. Well, number one, that's beyond his power. That's not prosecutorial discretion. That's just rewriting the law administratively. Number two, the way that's being enforced, anyone who claims to be a so-called dreamer, who claims to fall into that category, gloves off, hands off. The agents can't even verify that the information the suspects are giving them are true. So what that means is we have a wide open border, and the folks on the front line, like these folks we talked to last Thursday, are very, very frustrated and confused.
All right, I have to ask you to keep your answer short because we're almost out of time, but I want to ask you to respond to the critique from the other side. Democrats who say that everybody acknowledges there needs to be some kind of comprehensive immigration reform, but the GOP won't come to the table with something that both sides can agree to.
Well, you know, we hashed this out in 2007, and so-called comprehensive reform was defeated without even a close vote. We need step-by-step reform, and step one is enforcing the law on the books now. I think clearly Americans want that.
All right, Senator David Vitter, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thanks, Shannon.